Hello and welcome here to the Eric Clark Activity Center. I'm Casey Stevens here with Mason Bathke. Mason, the 11 and 10 Greyhounds are hosting the 18 and 5 Crispus Attucks Tigers. It's going to be a defensive matchup all game. Desmond Briscoe, the leading scorer, leading rebounder, leading blocker for the Tigers, averaging 14.3 points, 10.8 rebounds, and 4 blocks a game. While on the other side, the Greyhounds have knocked down some of the top competition here in the state of Indiana: Brownsburg, Fishers, Ben Davis, Lawrence, North. These two teams are going to go head-to-head here tonight, and it's going to be a matchup that everyone's going to be talking about around the state.
There is some passion going on with this team. I'm a little afraid for Carmel. Their cheerleaders coming out, maybe half of what we have, but 3 times as much passion. Like, oh my goodness, like they were stomping. Like it was quite something.
Absolutely, and it is senior night here at the Eric Clark Activities Center. Owen Huber, Max Winders, Ryan Clevenger, just to name a few, are going to be recognized tonight. We may be seeing Owen Huber, who was injured before the season even started, still made the varsity team, and he's going to be making an impact tonight. If he can touch the floor, if he can get just a few minutes, it would be fantastic.
It would be wonderful to see Owen for just a few seconds, but it's good to see seniors for their last game of the season. Absolutely. I don't even know how to feel about that.
It's very interesting. And for this Tigers team, 4 scores, averaging above 10 points a game. And Chris Hunt, who's averaging 10.2. Ron Rutland, the third, 12.9. Desmond Briscoe, like we mentioned earlier, 14.3. And Mason Lewis, 12.7. The Greyhounds need to play hard defense tonight. They need Evan Harrell to step up in the paint, block shots. They need Clevenger and Kudo to hit those 3-pointers, and they need to capitalize in transition. A minute left before these two teams are going to come to tip off. And now it's time for the pledge.
Of course not. No, I'm already like so dumb. So I haven't asked this.
Welcome back to the Eric Clark Activity Center, where the 11-10 Carmel Greyhounds are hosting the 18-5 Crispus Attucks Tigers. I've been Casey Stevens here with Mason Bathke. Mason, this is going to be a defensive matchup. Like we said, both teams are going to be fighting down low in the paint. We're going to be seeing the defensive prowess of Desmond Briscoe going up against the tall sophomore himself, the 6'7" monster in the paint, Evan Harrell.
6'7" is absolutely insane for high school, man. Hard to be defensive against that. It's going to be quite a tough challenge for Carmel Greyhounds.
As the starting lineup for the Tigers are coming out, Demetrius Jenkins, the guard, Chris Hunt, the point guard, Desmond Briscoe, like we highlighted, going to be starting at center, Mason Lewis, and Jackson Payton. For the flip side for the Greyhounds, Alex Kudo going to start at point guard, Ryan Clevenger. We're also going to see Aiden Dickerson, who's been in and out of the starting lineup all season, followed by Ben Bremer, who's been called up from JV. He's been a sharpshooter right next to Alex Kudo, and the big man himself, Evan Harrell.
Dickerson being only freshman on the team, hopefully get some play time tonight. Hopefully doesn't get overshadowed being the last game. The seniors want to get their play time out.
Absolutely. The last regular season game here in the Eric Clark Activity Center for the seniors. And this regular season, postseason's coming up next, as the Greyhounds are going to be taking on the Fishers Tigers, who they beat just a few weeks ago. It's going to be a matchup to watch. Everyone's going to be talking about this around the state of Indiana. This is one that's going to go down as if the Greyhounds, who have been knocking down some of the top competition, and Ben Davis, Brownsburg, Fishers, and Lawrence North against a strong Tigers team who knocked down Center Grove, only lost to Lawrence North by 1, knocked down Kokomo, who's been led by Floor Badinga, a 5-star commit to the University of Kansas, and also beating Cathedral. These are just going to be two powerhouses going back and forth all night.
Powerhouses. Carmel, hopefully we can keep their reign going, get good 12-10.
12-10 is what the Greyhounds are looking for. The Tigers are looking to become 19-5, and hopefully giving them an advantage in the sectional rounds of the playoffs. Both teams are fighting for a state championship. This is one game closer to it, as this game's just about to get underway. Both teams are coming out to the floor. Tip is just a few moments away. Harrell out there for the Greyhounds. Briscoe for the Tigers.
Oh,
Here we go. 8 minutes on the clock. Tigers win the tip. As the ball goes out of bounds, it's going to be to the Greyhounds as a turnover on the first play.
Right out of bounds. Fishers did win the tip-off, but let's see what Carmel can do with this.
Bremer quickly over to Harrell at the top of the key. Foul's going to be called on Jenkins, as it's going to be a reach-in. Jenkins, a tall player, standing at 6'4", and this is the height advantage that the Tigers have against the Greyhounds. Greyhounds' tallest player being Evan Harrell, standing at 6'7", just a sophomore. He's going to be on the team for another 2 years and is getting a bunch of experience, being the second leading scorer for the team, followed in front of him by Alex Kudo and Ryan Clevenger. Kudo at the top of the key, down low to Harrell. Quick passing over to Bremer. Clevenger on the right wing. Goes to work around his defender. Looks for the sharpshooter, Kudo. They need to get him hot early if he wants to continue that throughout the game. Harrell back over to Dickerson, who we've seen in and out of the starting lineup all season. Just a freshman starting on varsity tonight. Clevenger. Greyhounds have held the ball on this possession for over 40 seconds. Over to Bremer. Corner three. Good. Knocks it down. Gives the Greyhounds a 3-point lead.
Nice clean shot for the Greyhound.
Lewis is going to work his way up the court, covered tightly by Clevenger. Swings it down low. That's the man that they need to stop Briscoe as he works his way over Harrell and gets his first bucket of the night.
Man, that height difference really showing.
Colucci thought about the drive over to Kudo. Easy open three, knocks it down. Greyhounds 6-2 here on senior night.
Way to start the night. 2 threes, get a nice point lead, 4-point lead.
Harrell with the rebound. Colucci working up court now after the miss by Hunt. Harrell looking for his teammates to move. Thought about driving over to Bremer. Kudo back on the left wing. Works up to the top of the key over to Dickerson. Bremer. Tightly guarded. Clevenger the guard over to Kudo. Thought about another three. Hit the one earlier to give the Greyhounds a 4-point lead. Clevenger quickly guarded by Chris Hunt. Forcing him to his right. Kudo with another wing three. Off the back rim. Rebounded quickly by Payton. Works it back up to Lewis. Lewis is going to slow it down. Takes it back to the top of the key. Guarded quickly by Bremer. 5:48 left to play here in the first quarter on senior night in the Eric Clark Activity Center. Fed down low to Briscoe. Thought about the mid-range. Quick pass to Hunt. Puts it up off the back rim. Harrell with the second rebound. Clevenger going to push the pace. Over to Bremer. Puts it up. Misses. Comes down with it for Briscoe. Works it over to Hunt. Hunt with the in-and-out crossover on Kudo's. Not able to finish. Clevenger over to Bremer. Going to try and finish over Briscoe as Briscoe comes down with his first block of the game. Hunt over to Butts with a nice layup.
Man, Briscoe really just being a problem for the Greyhounds. Just up there and in there.
Clevenger over to Dickerson on the left wing. Guarded by Jenkins. Harrell in the corner. Goes for the corner three, knocks it down. Greyhounds are 3 of 4 from the arc tonight. Just to start in the first quarter, 9-4 lead.
Good three-pointer from Harrell. It's scary being.
Briscoe tries to go down low, works on Harrell, not able to finish. No foul called. Clevenger thought about the pass, goes for the no-look passes. That's stolen, and Dickerson's going to be called for the in-transition foul, as he was going to stop an easy bucket that could have happened for the Tigers.
Could have been bad for Carmel, keeping that 5-point lead for them.
5-point lead with 4:28 left to play. 9-4 is the score.
Here comes Tigers with the ball.
Lewis, top of the key, works right, goes for the mid-range jumper, tightly guarded by Clevenger as Kudo comes down with his first rebound. Trying to direct traffic as he works right. Over to Bremer, thought about the three. Harrell in the corner. Works baseline. Goes up for the layup, and a foul is going to be called on Briscoe as Harrell's going to be sent to the line for 2 shots.
Hopefully Harrell can make these close there. Barrett just got pushed out of the way.
And this is not a guy that you want to send to the line if you're a Tigers fan shooting 83% from the line all season. If he can knock these down, it will extend the lead for the Greyhounds. 5-point lead now with the 9-4. 4:02 left to play in the first quarter.
I mean, I see why he has an 83%. He's about halfway there to the hoop, you know. Makes the first one.
Knocks down the first shot. Another shot to come for Harrell. Substitutions came in.
And that ref means business.
Harrell puts up the second shot, knocks it down, 100% from the free throw line already.
Nice little toss from Harrell.
Eric Jackson in the second, checked into the game. Quick pass over to left wing. Over to Lewis at the top of the key. Down low to Briscoe. Quick passing, great pass down low as that's going to be almost an easy finish. Briscoe comes up with the rebound, not able to finish as everyone's fighting for the rebound, and Kudo comes down with it, his second board of the night. Works left, thought about the pass. Has Dickerson wide open at the top of the key. Over to Bremer. Down low, mismatch with Harrell. Spins right, thought about the shot. Still goes up with it, block. As Jackson comes down with the block. Hunt. Over to Lewis, who made a great cut. Works over Harrell, puts it up off the back rim. Clevenger comes down with the second rebound. Over to Bremer, long pass. Looked like Peyton Manning.
No.
Kudo with the fake. Goes in for the shot, not able to finish. Clevenger comes up with the rebound, puts up the floater, not able to. Harrell fights for the rebound and going to the line for 2 more shots.
Man, that got heated. Absolute fire pass from Clevenger. Too bad Harrell wasn't able to put it up.
Harrell going to the line for his 3rd and 4th shot from the charity stripe. 5 points for him already tonight. 83% free throw shooter, has been 100% tonight, knocking down his 3rd shot. 12-4.
It's looking pretty good for Harrell.
We've seen him step out. For this being his senior year, he's been the go-to guy when it comes to being down low. As the Tigers are going to take their first timeout, we're going to be seeing Mitchell Malloy and Quinn Murphy check into this game as the Greyhounds have a 9-point lead. They've been aggressive, drawing fouls, driving down low, and not taking dumb shots. We've seen it happen throughout the season. If they're able to knock down shots, they're a hard team to stop throughout any game.
So yeah, hopefully we can keep this lead going.
The 13-4 lead. 2:58 left to play. On the floor now for the Greyhounds, Clevenger, Murphy, Harrell, Kudo, and Malloy. For the Tigers, it's Jackson, Lewis, Peyton, Briscoe, and Hunt. Hunt now over, down low to Peyton. Peyton over to Briscoe. Trying to work on Harrell. He's done that all night. Over to Jackson, who had a block earlier off the front rim. As Peyton comes down with the rebound. Over to Hunt. Hunt works on Kudo, tries to go down low. Back up to Lewis. Malloy's going to guard him tightly. Briscoe sets the screen. Mismatch now for Briscoe with Malloy. Quick passes over to Peyton. Drives right with the right hand. Tried for the dunk as he's going to be called for the foul. Evan Harrell. As Peyton's going to go to the line for 2 shots.
Whipped it off the rim. Just absolutely missed the dunk.
Peyton needs these 2 shots to go down. First one up, off.
Not looking too good.
Second shot is up. No good. Kudo comes down with his 3rd rebound. Clevenger's trying, as he calls fillet of fish. It's a play call. Kudo over to Murphy. Back over to Clevenger on the left wing. High screen by Harrell. Over to Kudo on the wing. Thought about the 3, goes down low to Malloy. Zone defense from the Tigers as the Greyhounds are trying to break it. Over to Malloy. Hard screen by Harrell as he shakes it off. Murphy has a long possession for the Greyhounds, over 30 seconds. Murphy for the corner 3, and it's good! As we have not seen that much all season, and he knocks one down.
I guess that's your fillet of fish.
Served right on a platter for the Tigers as they ate that one up. Peyton. Off the foot of Murphy.
That unlucky for the Tigers.
Rashawn Butts checks in as Mason Lewis is going to be checked out. Butts over to Briscoe. Back over to Peyton. Hop step over to Eric.
Ooh, on his back.
Charge. It's going to be called as Murphy draws the foul.
Looks like he's okay, though. He's walking it off.
16-4 to lead. as it feels like this game is just evaporating for the Tigers as the Greyhounds are holding on to it in the first quarter. We've seen the Greyhounds hold on to leads earlier in the season when they played North Central, but that fourth quarter happened and the Greyhounds lost by 3 after being up 15 points. Since then, the Greyhounds have gone on multiple winning streaks, knocking down some of the top talent, nationally ranked teams, Indiana State ranked teams, and since then they've been a much different team since the start of the season. Kudo with a quick 3 off the front rim, comes down for Briscoe. No foul called as he gets his third rebound.
Did you see that vertical?
Thomas back over to Hunt. Hunt over to Butts. Thought about the 3, tries to drive in as Clevenger's going to pick his pocket. Works up coast to coast, puts the shot up, not able to finish it as he comes down with his own board. Everyone is scrambling for the ball as Butts comes up with it and just passes it out of bounds.
Clevenger just got in there and stole that. Must have made it a little slippery or something because they could just not pick it up, man.
Neither team has been able to put 2 hands on the ball much tonight. We've seen them fight for rebounds, fight for balls on the ground as well. It's just been terrible play when it comes to rebounding for both teams.
20 seconds left. Let's see if Carmel can put it up.
Clevenger over to Malloy. Back over to Murphy. Greyhounds are probably going to hold the ball here for the final shot as the clock dips down under 10 seconds. Clevenger with 4 seconds left to play. Goes to Harrell down low. And a great block. As Desmond Briscoe gets his 3rd block of the game. He came in flying like Superman to block that one.
It's out of nowhere, just right behind Harrell. Just nothing he could do about it.
Has to go for a quick shot. Kudo wide open in the corner. Puts the shot up. And it's good! Buzzer beater for Alex Kudo. Finishes the quarter with 6 points. 19-4 lead for the Greyhounds as that's the end of the first quarter.
What a way to end it for Kudo. But that will look good for his little portfolio.
Absolutely, as the Greyhounds 19-4 lead. The Greyhounds have made an amazing first quarter play as the Tigers need to find themselves out of this hole. They came out hot early as they won the tip, were not able to control it as they just went off of their own foot out of bounds, and since then, Greyhounds have been in control of this entire game. We've seen no one on the Tigers step up other than Desmond Briscoe, as he is one of the 2 players on the team to score. He has more blocks than he does points, with 3 blocks this game and 2 points, as Murphy drew the foul on him early to get him that 1 foul in the first quarter. But Briscoe needs to wake up, and the rest of the players on this team need to find something to happen. It feels like for a team to only lose to Lawrence North by 1 point, they are not playing like the team that everyone knows that they are.
Hope Carmel can keep this energy going, ending last quarter with that beater. Hope the morale is up for them.
Butts now over to Hunt. Hunt down low to Jackson. Briscoe works around Harrell, puts the left-hander up as Malloy comes down with it, slows it down, back over to Clevenger. Works up court, calls the screen. Thought about the roll over to Harrell, works to the right, over to Murphy. Clevenger's going to try and slow this one down as it's been a fast-paced game. Greyhounds have controlled the ball through most of it. Malloy down to Clevenger, down low. Goes up with the right hand, off the back rim as Briscoe comes down with its 5th rebound of the game. As Hunt's going to push pace. Cross-court vision, able to finish for Thomas as he gets that one in.
Clevenger brings it up.
Clevenger now. Double screen set. Over to Malloy. Bremer. Down to Harrell. Quick pass to Murphy as that one's going to be picked. Hunt in transition. Goes up with the left. Knocks it down. 19-6. Timeout called by Coach Ryan Osborne as he put in Just some players that were not able to capitalize on anything after coming out of the first quarter.
Not the best play on Carmel's end. Just slips the ball. Quick little put up for Tigers.
And if you're Coach Ryan Osborne in that huddle, you're saying to your players, we just gave up a 4-0 run. We have to make something happen. We could not give the momentum back to a team that has 7 more wins than us on the season, has beaten some of the tougher competition in this state of Indiana. So these are 2 powerhouse teams going back and forth tonight. The Greyhounds, like we've mentioned, beating Lawrence, North Bend, Davis, Fishers, and Brownsburg, all some of the top-ranked, talented teams in the state of Indiana. And on the other side, the Crispus Attucks team beating Center Grove, Kokomo, and Cathedral. The Greyhounds losing to Kokomo and Cathedral. And this is a Crispus Attucks Tigers team, only losing to Lawrence North, who is ranked as the top team in the state of Indiana, a top 50 team nationally, losing to them by only 1 point. So this is going to be a back-and-forth game if the momentum goes to the Tigers. Clevenger now works with his left hand, puts it up with his right, and it's good as he gets his first 2 points of the game, 21-8.
Maybe his first 2 points, but man, is he tired. He's been in most of this game, putting in a lot of the work for the team.
Clevenger averaging just around 30 minutes a game, and he can get tired. As Devon Vales is going to check into this game for the Tigers. Over to Peyton, puts up the corner 3, and that one's just going to be off as Vales comes down with the rebound, puts it up over 2 people, and he gets his first 2 points of this one. Clevenger works right, goes over to Bremer. Bremer over to Murphy. Down low to Malloy. Murphy with a great cut, puts it up over Briscoe as that ball almost came right to us. Mason, if that ball came to us, I think one of us would have had to try and put up a shot.
Honestly, we're close enough.
Bremer in the corner, drives, puts it up, and a foul is called as he's going to the line for 2 shots.
That was an impressive shot from Murphy. He might be able to keep up with Briscoe.
2 shots for Bremer. First shot's up, good.
Did you hear that? Were they crying? The cheerleaders? It sounded like a shriek almost.
It could have been. Bremer puts up his second shot, a 76% free throw shooter. Kudo and Dickerson are going to check in for Malloy and Murphy. Kudo hitting that buzzer beater shot to end the first quarter in the corner of the floor. 23-10. It was an 18-4 point game to end the first quarter. Since then, the Tigers have been able to knock down some shots that the Greyhounds have not. Vales, who checked in, got a tough lay-in to start this quarter, and since then the Tigers need to put something together. Ball now in Chris on sand. Over to Vales, thought about the 3. Goes to the big man himself. Briscoe. Back over to Hunt. Hunt directs traffic over to Lewis as he's going to be called out of bounds. And the ball is going to go to the Greyhounds.
Not good for the Tigers. They need to capitalize on this lack of defense coming from the Greyhounds. Really a gap. Hopefully they can make up this 13-point lead the Greyhounds have on them.
Clevenger over to Dickerson. Ball's going to be poked out of his hands as he's tightly guarded by Hunt. Back over to Clevenger. Bremer. Down low.
Ooh.
As Briscoe comes up with his 4th block of the game, already getting his average of blocks, and it's not even the end of the first half.
Winder just being absolutely walled by Briscoe. Not able to push through him. I think, what was that, 3 times?
As Demetrius Jenkins checks into the game for the Tigers alongside with Mason Lewis, Desmond Briscoe, Jackson Payton, and Chris Hunt. For the Tigers on the flip side for the Greyhounds, Clevenger, Malloy, Dickerson, Bremer, and Kudo. 23-10 lead with 4:25 left to play Dickerson brings the trap as that ball's going to be poked away from Lewis's hands. Lewis down low to Briscoe. Cross-court vision. Over to Hunt as he tries to drive in over Kudo. Clevenger with the strip. Over to Lewis. Lewis tries to drive in with the right. Draws the foul on the floor as that's not before the shot. Ball's just going to be taken out down by the baseline.
His first team second in the quarter.
Up to Briscoe. Tallest player out there on the court, over to Lewis. Lewis tries to drive in, puts up the floater with the right hand. Dickerson comes down with his first rebound of the game. Clevenger now pushing the pace over to Bremer. Bremer works right. Back over to Winders. Clevenger at the top of the key. Greyhounds are trying to find Kudo and try and get him active as he's been a lethal shooter all night. Hitting down that buzzer beater to end the first quarter. Kudo over to Clevenger. Down low to Winders. Ball's going to be poked out. Lewis now on the attack. Works with his right hand, and Dickerson comes down with the block as he put his entire palm on that hand and sent Lewis to the ground.
Into the hoop.
Errol checks in for the Greyhounds. 3:28 left to play here in the first half. 23-10 is the lead for the Greyhounds.
You're saying Kudo was lethal, so he's put 3 threes in. So that's pretty good for him. Oh, no, 2 threes, I guess. My apologies. He missed one.
Scoring for the Greyhounds has been spread out. Not one player really acting like it's just all about them tonight. We've seen the ball being spread around as the 5 players out there on the court. 4 of them have scored, except for one being Aiden Dickerson. We saw him come down with a nasty block on Mason Lewis, sending him to the ground. That one's going to go into his highlight reel as a freshman. If he's able to play like that and have that defensive prowess through the next 3 years, he's going to be one guy to try and stop for this Greyhounds team.
So as you're saying, that equal point distribution for the seniors tonight. Getting good play time for all of them. Been a lot of passing, a lot of good team chemistry going on.
Assistant coach Josh Cole coaching his Greyhounds out there as well. Tell him, stay with your man. Do not let them run out of this stack play and get an easy bucket. Briscoe trying to drive in. Dickerson with the help. Briscoe finishes on Harrell as he's going to the line for one more shot with the and one.
Carmel foul on Evan Harrell. His first team third in the quarter. Desmond Briscoe.
Not looking good for Carmel. 3rd foul of the quarter. 4 in total. Only 1 on Tiger's side.
Briscoe, and it's good throughout the season. A 68% free throw shooter. As that number is going to continue to rise throughout this game as he knocked down his first one. Clevenger, the Tigers are going to come out with the press. Picked up his dribble before he got cross court. Harrell over to Kudo. Clevenger over to Dickerson. Bremer, as that one's going to go off his fingertips. Bad pass from Dickerson. Tigers are trying to get the momentum as it's a 23-13 point game. 10-point lead for the Greyhounds.
Well, it's not too good for Dickerson. Hopefully he can make up something for that.
Briscoe trying to use his athleticism to his advantage. Harrell comes down with the rebound. No foul call. There's a foul. Foul's going to be called on the floor on Dickerson, I believe. It's the blocking foul.
Oh, no, that is not good. Save.
Briscoe puts it up over Harrell. Not able to. Harrell's been
Misses it again.
fantastic when it comes to guarding Briscoe down in the paint. He has not been able to finish much over him. Only 5 points in that game, averaging around 14. The Greyhounds going to hold him just to under 10. That's going to be an accomplishment for him.
It's looking like Harrell has that recipe for the fillet the fish for Briscoe. So hopefully he can keep that defense up for us.
Mason Lewis guarding Clevenger tightly as the ball is going over to Dickerson. Over to Harold. Dickerson with 2:28 left to play here in the first half. Clevenger working with his right hand, tightly guarded. As Kudo, ball's going to be stripped by Payton. Puts it up and over Kudo on his head. As that was a nasty play on Alex Kudo. Not able to compete with that.
Hopefully.
Foul's going to be called on Mason Lewis for a reach-in on Ryan Clevenger.
Hopefully that doesn't go to Alex's head. Oh my.
As you can tell, it's getting a little chirpy out on the court. Malloy checking in for the Greyhounds. Clevenger trying to shake Lewis off of him. Force him to his left hand is what the Tigers are trying to do as his right hand dominant. Over to Harrell. Clevenger in the corner. Thought about the three. Down low to Malloy. Kudo wide open at the top of the key. Makes Lewis shake. Not able to come down with it as he takes the pass. Over to Harrell. Harrell puts up the lay-in, and that's good.
Good chemistry from Kudo and Harrell. Man, is Payton being a problem for Kudo.
Hunt now. Over to Lewis. Lewis trying to shake off Clevenger. Over to Briscoe. Puts up the three. Off the back rim and out of bounds. A 28% three-point shooter. Not the guy that you want to see taking threes. Almost shows that he could give up in a game. That's only a 10-point deficit for the Tigers. Clevenger. Needs to work up across the timeline. Ooh. Shakes off the screen from Harrell. Over to Kudo. The clock's just about to dip under. A minute left to play. 65 seconds left to play here in the second half. Kudo over to Clevenger. 15 to 25-point lead for the Greyhounds. Malloy trying to work around. Clevenger at the top of the key. Clock dips down as Lewis pokes the ball off of Clevenger. Goes down low to Harrell. Over to Malloy. Malloy with the power hop. Over to Harrell. 40 seconds left to play here in the second half. Greyhounds have held the ball for almost 40 seconds for this possession.
Holding the ball and holding the lead. Hopefully coming into the second half with a 10-point lead.
10-point lead. 25 seconds left to play here in the first half. Clevenger needs to shake off Lewis. He's been nasty when it comes to poking out the ball and capitalizing on fast break points. Kudo.
He's been aggressive.
10 seconds left to play. The last time it came down to this, Alex Kudo was able to knock down a three, and it's up off the front rim. Harrell puts it up with 3 seconds left to play. Malloy follows, and a foul's going to be called. Malloy's going to go to the line for 2 shots with 0.3 seconds left to play.
Unlucky for Kudo. Really trying to get back at Lewis.
Malloy at the line, an 80% free throw shooter, able to knock down 8 out of 10 free throws that he's attempted all season. 0.3 seconds left. You need these 2 shots to go down if you want to have a 12-point lead going into the halftime. First shot up, off the back rim, not something you want to see.
It's still just fine for Greyhounds, possibly going into this second half with an 11-point lead.
Malloy's second shot, off. Harrell tried to follow it, not able to.
Not enough time for Harrell to do something.
As the 25 to 15 point first half, Greyhounds defending the Eric Clark activity court well with a 10-point lead. Evan Harrell and Alex Kudo have been capitalizing throughout this entire game. We've continued to see them step up, and we've also seen Ryan Clevenger, the senior leader of this team, try to put something together. The flip side, we've seen multiple times Desmond Briscoe, 4 blocks in the first half. He's been an absolute defensive prowess down there in the paint. It's just a game to watch if you like defense. Offensively, it's been what it feels like slow pace. Neither team able to really put up a lot of shots, knock them down since the first quarter.
Not a lot of shots happening, but there is quite a rivalry happening between Mason Lewis and Alex Kudo really just getting in each other's face. Not sure what the purpose is, but really just knowing each other.
And with that, we're going to take a small break, and we'll be here with a halftime show shortly. I've been Casey Stevens here with Mason Bathke. Stay here with CHTV.
Hey Greyhounds, it's Isabella. I talked with Coach Foley before the game, and he said we should expect healthy competition. We got exactly that. He said last game we won by a lot, and we're not used to the they're not used to the Carmel defense. He says it'll be a quick game. It's 25-15 right now. He said look out for Ben Bremer, who's a sophomore and number 13. He's a good shooter, and we have seen just that. He shot a three-pointer, which was the very first point of the game. He also said we should look out for Ryan Clemenger, who is the captain and a senior, an underdog player. What I also saw was Evan Harrell, number 15, who scored 7 points in the first quarter. Kudo, number 3, who scored a point as soon as the buzzer goes off. So you see strong team connection as most of them work to get a point in the net. And they pass the ball like a spider web. The Tigers are pouncing at the ball, but the Greyhounds are too quick shooting shots and making all those points. Again, it's 25-15 right now at halftime.
back to the Eric Clark Activities Center, where the first half just came to an end with the Greyhounds having a 10-point lead, 25-15 on Casey Stevens, joined with the Mason
Bathke. So it's good to be here. Absolutely phenomenal. Good air. Got the band in here. They sound great. So hopefully the Carmel Greyhounds can defend their lead against the Fishers Tigers. Oh, Crispus Attucks is. Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies, man.
Fishers Tigers.
Yeah.
A team that the Greyhounds beat.
Yes,
That's what you were meaning to say.
Yes, sir. Yes.
One of the top teams in the state of Indiana. Dickerson, Clevenger, Harrell, Bremer, Kudo out there on the court for the Greyhounds. Lewis, Peyton, Briscoe, Jenkins, Hunt out there for the Tigers. Clevenger thought about the three. Over to Bremer, Kudo. Harrell works down low on Briscoe. Ball's going to be poked out over to Clevenger in the corner. Works baseline. Shakes off. Over to Harrell. No travel called as he goes with the power hop. Over to Dickerson for the three. Off the back rim, and that ball's going to be saved. Inbounds. Briscoe. Now over to Hunt. Slows down pace. Over to Lewis. Lewis now over to Hunt. Over to Briscoe. Uses power, and that's going to be a charge called as Bremer, I believe, may have gotten an elbow to the eye.
Man. Oh, side of the head?
He's going to try and shake that one off.
Maybe. Hopefully he can shake it off.
Clevenger, as Lewis is going to pick him up with a press defense. Force them to his left over to Kudo. Kudo over to Harrell. Back over to Clevenger. Kudo in the corner, thought about the three. Got Lewis to jump over to Harrell. He knocked one down earlier, and that one's just going to be off completely.
Just over.
Over to Bremer. Clevenger. Works right. Tries to shake off Hunt. Back over to Dickerson with Lewis on him. Kudo. Peyton guarding him tightly. Now guarded by Jenkins. Over to Clevenger. Guarded by Lewis on the right wing. Kudo at the top of the key. Over to Dickerson. Took a three earlier. Not able to knock it down. Harrell thought about the three. Back over to Dickerson. Dickerson over to Clevenger. Dickerson. Greyhounds are just letting the clock milk. Clevenger down low to Harrell. The Greyhounds have held the ball here for 45 seconds to start the second half. Clevenger now back over to Bremer. Tightly guarded by Chris Hunt. Bremer with a hop step. Tries to draw the foul. It's going to be called on the floor. Hunt's going to be called for the foul. Hunt, a junior, fourth leading scorer for the Tigers with 10.2 a game. Throughout this entire game, only 2 points. Defensive battles. It's a 25-15 point lead for the Greyhounds in the Eric Clark Activity Center. Kudo in the corner for three. Up. And it's good.
Had us questioning him for a second, but he's still good as is. That's his third three for the night.
Lewis over to Hunt. Drives with his left. Tries to put it up with his right. Draws the foul, and he's going to go to the line for 2 shots.
Just too much going on in there. He was a little too far away from the hoop.
Team serves to the corner. Chris at the line, shooting 2.
Clevenger came back looking refreshed, like he took a shower and had a 10-hour nap. Looking good for the second half. Hopefully, be able to keep that good passing up for the team.
Hunt knocks down the first one. Hunt with the second one. Off. As Jenkins was able to come down with the rebound and put that one up. 28-18. 5:18 left to play here in the third quarter. 10-point lead for the Greyhounds. Mason Lewis has been just massive asset on defense, as a foul is going to be called on Lewis, as Clevenger's just trying to dribble around him. You got to keep your hands off of Clevenger. He's shifty, and if he can get you to bite on a move, he's just going to drive right to the rim. It's all about if he's able to finish it when he gets there.
So Lewis has that aggression to combat Clevenger, but just keeps catching a foul. Oh.
Kudo. Long pass from Clevenger over to Bremer.
Around the world with that pass.
Got Peyton to bite. Bremer back over to Kudo. Oh. As Peyton with a great save. And just a slam dunk by Desmond Briscoe, the junior. 4 blocks in the first half, able to just send that one right down.
He second-guessed the dunk. Shot it up like a layup, but realized he could smack that hoop.
Ball's going to stay with the Greyhounds as Harrell and Briscoe both went up for that one. Murphy's going to check in for Bremer.
Hopefully Bremer's okay. So he took that smack to the face or something earlier.
Clevenger over to Harrell. Murphy. Down low to Harrell. Tries to put the dribble moves on as he slightly loses control of it. Clevenger. Murphy. Tries to work around Peyton. Picks up his dribble. Back over to Clevenger. Malloy. Thought about Kudo, back over to Clevenger. As Chris Hunt has just been monster when it comes to playing tight defense. Down low to Harrell. 4 minutes left on the clock in the third quarter. Harrell tries to post up as he kicks it back over. Malloy has baseline, and a charge is going to be called as Jackson Peyton put his body on the line to draw that one.
Absolutely just sacrificed himself to take that hit. But man, I think it was worth it. The Greyhounds had rounds on them, just pass after pass after pass. It looked like he was getting worried. He looks thankful.
It was a 15-point lead for the Greyhounds entering after leaving the first quarter. It's been cut down to 8. This Tigers team is fighting back slowly. This Greyhounds team needs to find something to happen. As Chris Hunt's going to draw the foul, an 82% free throw shooter going to the line here for 2 shots. Needs to knock down both of these as he only has 3 points in tonight's game. Demetrius Jenkins up there with 4, and we've said it all night. The big man himself, Desmond Briscoe, 4 blocks, 7 points, and 8 rebounds. He could possibly be on triple-double watch if he's able to get a few more blocks in tonight's game. As Hunt knocks down the first one.
Good moment for our Greyhounds to catch their breath. Man, they were really doing rounds on this team.
Press defense is still going to stay as the Tigers have found success with that since the second quarter. Lewis has been the main guy to guard Clevenger. Clevenger's just trying to use his speed to shake him off, and if he's able to get to the rim and try and get something or draw the foul. Clevenger with a great shot off the back rim. Murphy comes down with the rebound. Just throws that one into traffic over to Hunt. Puts a shimmy shake on, not able to finish at the rim. And a foul is going to be called as he's going to the line for 2 more shots.
Man, that was chaotic. Not good for the Greyhounds. Possibility to lose a 6-point lead. There's one, and it's out.
Hunt for a second shot. 2 of 3 from the line tonight. Puts this one up, and it's good. The left-handed shooter able to knock that one down. Clevenger now needs to work something together as it's a 5-point lead for the Greyhounds. It was 15 after the first quarter. Kudo has not been active much in the second half. Clevenger at the top of the key. Over to Kudo. They need to get him hot early. Puts it up, knocks it down.
And there's his furnace, absolutely on fire. Hopefully he can keep that going for the last 3 minutes of this quarter.
12 points for him. Lewis over to Peyton. Thought about the 3. Back over to Lewis. Goes down low to Briscoe. Great pass over to Peyton. Tries to finish over Murphy, and he does.
Just not enough traffic for him.
Clevenger. Works right. Tries to shake off Lewis. Back over to Kudo. Same spot. Not able to knock it down. As Malloy comes down with the rebound, foul's going to be called on the floor as Lewis was going up for that one as well, and he's down on the ground holding his left ankle.
Ooh.
Looks
Not
to
the
be
calf.
maybe a cramp. Lower body injury.
Oh.
And he's hitting that ground.
Yeah, that hurts. That's not walk on. Ooh, yeah, that's cramping really hard. Send him our best wishes and a prayer too. My goodness.
Not something you want to see one of your top players go down. He's been active on the offensive rebounds, the defensive rebounds. Great defensive player as well throughout
Okay,
this
he's walking.
game. Gonna try and walk this one off. He hit the ground hard. He may just need to come out for the rest of this quarter with 2:21 left to play. Just get him a few sips of water, let him try and stretch it out.
Ooh.
That's what the trainer for the Tigers is going to try and do.
Yeah.
Could have thought about the mid-range. Over to Murphy. Clevenger thought about the shot. Lewis guarding him quickly. Murphy trips. Over to Kudo. Kudo puts it up with his left, and that one's blocked as Lewis comes down with the rebound. Works with his left. Goes in right. Goes with the Euro step and the floater, and it's good over Winders.
Jackson the second in for Peyton. Junior, see what he can do.
Clevenger takes the screen from Winders. Shakes it off, goes down low, back over to Winders. Takes it. Over to Malloy. Clevenger works with the right. Back to his left. Goes up with it, up and under, and it's good! As he finishes over the 6'7" Desmond Briscoe.
Good words with the Cupid shuffle. He went left, and then he went right.
Stolen by Murphy. Clevenger over to Murphy.
Murphy with that air traffic control, man.
Clock dips under 1 minute left to play in the third quarter. Ball was tipped. Malloy comes down with it. 55 seconds left to play. Carmel may be looking for the final shot as Coach Ryan Osborne's going to take a timeout with 51 seconds left to play. 33-27. It's the score here. The Greyhounds have what it felt like, in my opinion, have been lackluster to start the second half. This is where most of their points have come in the last 4 minutes. They started the quarter holding the ball for what it felt like the first 4 minutes. And the Tigers were able to bounce back, only scoring 4 points in the first quarter for the Tigers. And since then, they've been on a roll, scoring 23 since then.
Not looking good for Greyhounds. Only put up 5 points since this half has started. As you were saying, significant defense from them. Absolutely great team chemistry going on.
And if you're Coach Ryan Osborne, you may be doing what you tried to do just moments ago where you had a possible play drawn up for Alex Kudo where he was open in the corner. He put up the shot and knocked it down. And that was his momentum for him. 12 points in tonight's game. Clevenger with 4. We saw Clevenger with a nice up and under finishing over Desmond Briscoe. throughout this game, he's been the main facilitator. He's going to try and work direct traffic, get his guys open and knock down the shots. Kudo's going to be the sharpshooter. Evan Harrell has had what seems to be an off night as he's not getting much playing time as Desmond Briscoe has really put him in a box. And they have to continue to sub him out between Windeers and Malloy to just get fresh legs out there on the court. The Greyhounds need to save their good players for their sectional matchup against the Fishers Tigers soon. Clevenger needs to get past the timeline. Over to Malloy. Clevenger, 40 seconds left to play. Over to Kudo. Malloy. Over to Kudo with 28 seconds left to play. Clevenger, tightly guarded by Chris Hunt. Foul's going to be called as Hunt is going to be called for the blocking foul. And the Greyhounds are in the bonus. Clevenger's going to go to the line for a few shots.
Good for Carmel. Have a chance to get some points in without pesky defense for the Tigers.
Clevenger, a 67% free throw shooter from the line. Needs to knock down these two shots. Knocks down the first one, 34-27. Greyhounds need to work their way back to that 10-point lead to feel just secure in this game. The Tigers have been clawing back ever since that first quarter. Clevenger puts up the second shot, and it's good. 100% for him on the night. Greyhounds need to play tight defense and not allow the Tigers to get an easy shot up with 20 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Lewis. Quickly over to Hunt. Down low. Layup is good from Thomas. Greyhounds need to go. Clevenger with 5 seconds left to play. 3 seconds. Needs to put up a shot. Murphy from the corner. And not able to knock that one down as that one just went in and out of the rim. 1 quarter left to play here in the Eric Clark Activity Center. The last regular season game for the Greyhounds and the Tigers. Sectional play is here soon. These two teams have been going back and forth. Mason, what have you seen from the Tigers?
Absolutely impeccable defense in that first quarter. They were really pushing hard against the Greyhounds. It's a great rivalry between Kunto and Mason Lewis. And then there was the injury with Peyton, and I feel bad. It looks like he's standing and walking though. I think it was a huge cramp. That's what it looked like.
(35-29), 8 minutes left to play in the final quarter. Greyhounds are looking to become a 12-10 team as the Tigers are looking to become 19-5. Both teams are fighting for a win here, looking to push up the rankings, get themselves momentum before they go into sectional play. As out there on the court for the Tigers, Chris Hunt, Mason Lewis, Desmond Briscoe, Demetrius Jenkins, and Eric Jackson on the court for the Greyhounds. Alex Kudo, Ryan Clevenger, Ben Bremer, Mitchell Malloy, and Evan Harrell. Hunt now. Over to Lewis. If I was the Tigers head coach, I would look down low, and that's what they do exactly. Kudo on the floor for the ball. And it's going to be a jump. Possession is going to stay for the Greyhounds.
Good move from Kudo, dropping to the floor quick. He knows he cannot fight up standing up.
Press defense. Greyhounds are looking to possibly go with a diamond action here, have some guys near the midline and have some guys down court. Malloy's going to work up. Goes with his right. Picks up his dribble. Looks for someone to get open. Over to Kudo.
He could not pick his man. Just
Harrell
screamed behind him.
Tries to work with his right hand. Not able to. Puts it up. Off the back rim. Clevenger comes down with the rebound and is able to put that one in. 37-29 with 7:20 left to play in the final quarter.
Clevenger out of nowhere with that pickup. Shot on, misses. Possession goes to Greyhounds.
Malloy looking for Kudo as the Tigers only took down 17 seconds off that clock. They need to put some shots up with an 8-point deficit. Malloy looking for Bremer.
Ooh.
Foul's going to be called on Chris Hunt as Bremer may have looked like he flopped. That may have just been great acting by him.
My goodness. Looney Tunes trip right there.
100% Looney Tunes.
looks like he's okay though.
Clevenger.
So I got my 2 all-time favorites on the field right now, Clevenger and Harrell.
Cross court to Kudo. Down low to Harrell. Fakes right. Over to Clevenger in the corner. Thought about the 3. Has the mismatch. Over to Kudo on the left wing. Puts it up. Good! 15 points for Alex Kudo. Extends the lead to the Greyhounds. An 11-point lead, 40-29.
Absolutely phenomenal for Kudo, keeping that heat going on the Tigers.
Down low to Briscoe. Malloy comes up with the steal. Spins it off. Over to Harrell. Tries to spin. No foul called. Over to Kudo. Puts it up. And it's good. 17 points for Alex Kudo.
My goodness. He hit 20.
Timeout called by the Tigers. Momentum is all on the side of the Greyhounds.
My goodness, was that incredible play from Kudo. One side to the other.
An exciting just minute of basketball by the Greyhounds, led by Alex Kudo, knocking down the left wing 3. Malloy coming up with the steal, finding Harrell as he trips, and Kudo's there to finish it to give the Greyhounds a 13-point lead. The Tigers, we saw them fight and crawl back from a deficit to make this an 8-point game at one point. They need to make this closer if they want to stay in it and extend their record or not lose a game here and possibly lose their momentum before they go into sectional play. Both of these teams are fighting for a state championship. This Greyhounds team is looking like they were one contender this year.
Absolutely going through that 13-point lead in Carmel. Great position they put themselves into with 6 minutes left in this final quarter. No fouls either. Hopefully they can maintain this clean record.
Clevenger, Kudo, Bremer, Harrell, Malloy out there for the Hounds. On the other side, Briscoe, Jenkins, Hunt, Lewis, and Jackson Payton, who is injured with what we believe to be a cramp injury on his left calf, checked back in with 5:54 left to play. Tipped pass. Harrell comes down with the steal. Over to Clevenger. Greyhounds trying to work up court. Over to Malloy. Passes up the 3. Over to Clevenger as the Greyhounds are going to slow this one down. Tightly guarded by Jenkins. Directs traffic. Kudo comes up with the ball over to Clevenger. Thought about the down low pass. That's just bad vision over to Hunt. Tries to make this one go. Puts it up. That one's just going to be blocked as Jenkins comes up with an easy layup. Bad passing by the Greyhounds. Bad communication. 42-31. Lewis is guarding Clevenger tightly, trying to force him to his offhand. As a foul's going to be called, blocking on Lewis. As that is his 3rd foul. Foul trouble for some of the Tigers, with Demetrius Jenkins having 4, Chris Hunt having 3, and Mason Lewis having 3 as well. For the opposite side, the only person in foul trouble for the Greyhounds is Evan Harrell with 3 fouls. Down low to Harrell. Works left, puts it up with his left hand, and that one's good. Harrell finishing over Briscoe.
Incredible push from Harrell, just up and over the wall.
11 points for him tonight. Over to Payton. On the right wing. Thought about the down low pass. Cross court over to Jenkins. Back over to Payton. Over to Hunt. Hunt tries to shake off Kudo, works it up, Blocked by Harrell. Ball goes up, but still able to finish as Dashaun finishes over 2 defenders. 8 points for him tonight. Malloy going to work up court. Kudo. Harrell. 4:21 left to play. 44-33. 11-point lead for the Greyhounds. Kudo back over to Bremer. Fakes the screen. Clevenger in the corner, tightly guarded by Rashawn Butts. Down low to Harrell. Thought about the shot. Goes up with the right. Tips that one out by Peyton, and that's going to stay Greyhound basketball.
Straight into the student section. They looked happy to catch it. Lucky pass for the Greyhounds, though.
Malloy with the inbound. Just throws that one almost away. Oh, Clevenger keeps it. Greyhounds have the numbers. 3 on 5. Kudo thought about the 3 in the corner. Tries to drive right. Over to Clevenger. 3:45 left to play. 11-point game.
Insane pickup from Clevenger.
Timeout by Coach Ryan Osborne. As an aggressive defense by the Tigers. Greyhounds are probably looking to hold the ball here to not allow any mistakes to happen. We've seen a few happen this game. A lot of miscommunication passes, not able to finish at the rim. Rebounding has been the name of this game. Whichever team is able to rebound and finish at the rim is the team to win. We've seen the Greyhounds just able to get whatever they need at the rim.
There's just a lot of rebounds. That pass coming off with Clevenger just picking that up. I was surprised he grabbed that. Grabbed it, spun around, just like zero access. Just nice, smooth. Came back with it. Hopefully, Alex Kudo can come and hit maybe 20 points. The last 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining.
A 44-33 point game, 11-point lead in the final quarter of play with 3:40 left to play. Kudo with 17, Harrell with 11 on the flip side. We've seen Desmond Briscoe, who's averaging 14 a game, have 7. That was the name of the game. If you can hold him under 10, that feels like you've already won the game. You've held him to only 7 points this game. He is 6'7". He's been defensive, very aggressive, down low with 4 blocks in the first half. Since then, the Greyhounds have found ways to get around him, making acrobatic plays as Ryan Clevenger made an up and under jelly layup to get something in. And since then, we've just seen something happen. Bremer, tightly guarded. Clevenger down low to Harrell. Clevenger back over to Bremer. Back over to Clevenger. Greyhounds may just hold the ball here, try and draw something, but they are in the bonus. Clevenger over to Malloy. Bremer, Kudo puts up a 3, knocks it down.
Let's go.
20 points for Alex Kudo in tonight's game. 47-33. Jump ball's going to stay with the Tigers as Malloy and Jenkins both went up for that one.
Point game. Insane for junior Alex Kudo. Really just putting that carry on for the team.
Ooh, no foul called. Shots up. Bremer comes down with the rebound. Greyhounds have the numbers. Harrell puts it up, slams it down! 49-33, 2:47 left to play. Payne down low. Cross-court vision to Rutland, not able to put that one in. Ball's just thrown out of bounds, going to stay with the Tigers.
Offside the rim, just right out of bounds.
Devon Vale's going to check into the game. The Greyhounds have erupted in this quarter as Murphy just checked in, came up with the steal. Clevenger now
Look at him walk with that business.
Boy, jab step. Works right, ball's gonna be poked out, foul called on Jenkins, as that is his 5th foul. He has fouled out in this game. He's played an aggressive game, and he should be proud of what he's done. 6 points in tonight's game. Without those 6 points, this game would almost look completely out of hand for the Tigers.
Briscoe's off the floor, being benched finally. Not like that, but man, he must be tired.
Much younger lineup in for the Tigers as with 2 minutes left. They don't believe that they can come back in this game. Murphy. Over to Malloy. Murphy falls down, trips on himself as he laughs. Timeout called by the Greyhounds with 1:52 left to play. 49-33 is the score here in the Eric Clark Activity Center. The Greyhounds with a 16-point lead, which fell to a 6-point lead in the early second half. And since then, the Greyhounds have fought back, played better defense, have capitalized on the mistakes of the Tigers.
Absolutely picking up on that lead.
As an exciting moment is happening, Owen Huber is finally checking into the game, cleared to play at a very exciting time for him, as this is his first action after injuring himself before the season even happened, and finally getting a chance here on senior night to get some action in the game.
2 minutes on the clock for Owen. I think it'll be great for him. He'll stretch out his injuries.
We're going to see if the Greyhounds can possibly get something to work with Huber, possibly get him a bucket and have an exciting story to tell on senior night. As you can just see the emotions fill the Greyhounds bench, everyone clapping, the parents, the fans, the student section, everyone knows what moment it is. This is Owen Huber's time, 1:52 left to play. First action all season of basketball. Clevenger over to Malloy. Huber wide open in the corner. Quick pass to Malloy. Cross court to Winders. Back over to Clevenger. Malloy. Oh. Ball's going to be out of bounds. Off the foot of Malloy. Everyone in the crowd is waiting for Huber to have the ball in his hands. Want him to put up a shot.
You can feel the anticipation in the air. They just want the excitement to happen.
Lewis takes the long three off the backboard. Malloy comes down with the rebound. Looks over to Winders. Cross court to Malloy.
Ooh.
As Rashawn Butts comes up with the steal and the layup. 56 seconds left to play. Huber over Clevenger, 48 seconds left to play. Big Red is Huber's nickname. Finally able to use that one all season. Clevenger over to Big Red, quick pass. Clevenger trying to dribble this one out as he falls on himself. Over to Murphy. Corner to Winders. Over to Huber. Thought about the shot. Ball's going to stay. Go to the Tigers.
A little bit of performance
As you can just hear the boos from the crowd. Lewis. 17 seconds left to play. All the way to Vows. Puts that one up off the back rim. Butts comes down with the rebound, puts that one up. 9 seconds left to play. 6. Few seconds. Owen puts up the final shot, and it's off. 49-37 is the final score here in the Eric Clark Activity Center. The Carmel Greyhounds will be taking on the Fishers Tigers soon for the first round of sectionals. Mason, what did you see from the Greyhounds tonight?
Absolutely great game from the seniors. Say for their final game, put up some great points, great plays. Say got a lot of play time on the seniors. A couple good plays from junior Alex and Aiden Dickerson, freshman. So excited to see him next year, see what he can do.
Absolutely. Aiden Dickerson came up with a monstrous block to really give momentum to the Greyhounds. On the flip side, Crispus Attucks fall to 18-6. The Greyhounds advance to 12-10. And for this being senior night, and myself being a senior, I just want to thank CHTV and all that they've done for me. CHTV has given me a high school career that other students dream of. 2 years ago, the TV teacher, Miss O, here gave me the opportunity to broadcast, and without her, I would not have found what I'm passionate about. Participating in CHTV has built my skills, character, and helped positively shape the person I am today. CHTV has also given me friendships with people who share a passion about broadcasting and opportunities to serve our community. For one last time, this is Casey Stevens with CHTV. Good night from the Eric Clark Activity Center.
I've been Mason Bathke.